Hey guys, here's a little update video to show you what we've been working on since our first trailer release, which was a couple of weeks ago now. First of all, thanks for all the comments on the game. We're glad you're all excited for it, because we are too. So since then we've moved on from Sweet Apple Acres and we're hard at work on our next track in the game, which is Whitetail Woods. So since Sweet Apple Acres was our first track in the game, it was a pretty big learning experience for us. So we've learned a lot now about what we did wrong and how to improve it for next time. So for starters, Whitetail Woods will be a lot longer and it'll have a lot more interesting features, such as sharp turns, jumps, and they'll be more spread out throughout the track so they don't take you by surprise. There'll also be a big mountain in the middle of the track which will help block off most of the track, so you don't have any situations where we're trying to render the whole track at any one time, which is a problem we have on Sweet Apple Acres, and it causes a lot of performance issues. As you'll have seen from the last few pictures, our concept artists have also been busy making ideas for the track. While we do use the show itself as a reference, of course, we do have to bend things a bit to make them suitable for racing and for being in 3D. Once the track design is finalised, we'll begin modelling it, but until then our modellers haven't had much to do, so they've been working on some other things as well. Some of them have been working on simple props for Whitetail Woods which we'll be able to use, but most of them aren't finished yet, but here's some pictures of them anyway. One thing we have been spending time on is background ponies. Since people will be asking if their favourite background pony waifu is in the game, and since background ponies seem to show up for every little event in Ponyville, it would only make sense that they want to watch the races. Because so many of them are recolours, it's also pretty easy to mass produce them as we need. We'll keep adding more hairstyles over time too, so we can do more characters. At the moment they can only do a few different things, so here's a little animation of them standing around. As you can see, they have a couple of little animations they go through. Here's some of them sitting on a stand. And finally, here's some Pegasus flying around. As you can see from this little demonstration too, they will look at the cart as well, which is pretty cool. See, they follow it quite nicely. They'll do a lot more interesting things later when we're finished with them too. We've been doing a bit more work on Sweet Apple Acres too to make it look a bit more interesting. So here you can see I have a nice little waving flag here. We've also been adding some more sounds to the game too. So we have a nice cart sound now. As well as some really nice ambient sound effects for things like rivers and birds. So that's about it for now. Don't forget to keep an eye on our website, which is ponykart.net, for any future updates. We'll try and do these fairly regularly for you guys to let you know what's going on.